columnist at Newsday, and he joins us now from Washington. Hello, Dan. Good to have you with us on the program. I mean, we again waited until just hours before the deadline for Congress to avert this shutdown. How significant is this development? And give us more details about the resolution that just passed the House.
Is happening again and again, at least once every year. It seems that the American Congress cannot agree on a budget for all government operations. So there we were again, the United States government about to run out of money or run out of spending authority on Friday night. So on Thursday night, finally, Congress did act. Actually, the vote in the House of Representatives was rather close. In the end, it was 221 to 212. Only one Republican voted with the Democrats. President Joe Biden has been rallying his Democrats, but he can't seem to get much support from the Republican side. Then it went to the United States Senate, and as you've been reporting, there it was approved by the Senate. At first, Republicans tried to block President Biden's vaccine mandate. That is an order from the White House that all employees of the American federal government have to be vaccinated. There have been federal employees who refused to get the vaccine. Well, the Republicans failed to block that, and in the end, they gave in to keep the government open. The Senate voted 69 to 28. So the government is still open, but only until February 18th. I bet you they'll do this all over again. They could not work out one full year of government spending, Nafisa.
Right. And talk us through the main points of disagreement here. Why did these couple of Republican senators object Biden's vaccine requirements so badly until the last minute, as we've seen again?
I have to tell you that by now everyone is looking toward next November's election, 11 months from now. And so the Republican Party does not want to do President Biden any favors or make him look like a success. It is true the ideology of the Republican Party, including former President Donald Trump, is not to force Americans to get vaccinated and not to force Americans to wear a mask when they go out to any crowded place because of COVID-19. The Democratic Party says, yes, vaccines should be required, and yes, there should even be regulations to wear a mask. That was really the big issue. Everyone wanted to keep the government open, so the Republicans failed to cancel President Biden's order on the COVID vaccine requirement. In the end, they gave in, so the government stays open at the exact same spending levels as now. They didn't agree on changing any government programs except for one thing, some extra money for refugees from Afghanistan who came out after, of course, the recent change in that country.
Right. And then what happens next? What happens after mid-February? You were mentioning we will see this all over again?
Well, there could be some proper hearings by congressional committees as to how the budget should be run for every department of the U.S. government. But apparently Congress can't agree on anything. So I do think there will be another crisis. But even before that, 2 weeks from now is another deadline. That has to do with the borrowing authority of the United States government. The U.S. able to issue the famous bonds known as Treasury bills. That borrowing authority expires or runs out in 2 weeks. Congress has to somehow pass more borrowing authority. So a lot of headaches for President Biden, and in Congress, the divisions are very bitter right now.
Right. And how are people reacting to all of this, seeing all these divisions in Congress once again? What's the mood like in the U.S.?
I would have to say Americans think, oh, it's politics as usual. What a shame that Democrats and Republicans cannot get along. Rarely are they compromising. But the big factor, of course, is COVID, the new variant that you've reported called Omicron, several more cases confirmed here in the United States. And so that is really the big focus right now. Congress can't fix that, but all Americans are looking toward President Biden and his administration to do something to keep us safer.
Okay, Dan Raviv, thanks so much for that. He's a columnist and an author at Newsday. He was live for us from Washington. Thanks again.